Hey everybody, welcome to the Gaming Dad. Ben here. Wanted to come at you today with a little tutorial on the Steam Family View. Now we had covered Steam and kind of how to use it and browse and purchase games earlier, and I had mentioned that there were some family content filter features that you could utilize. So that for someone like me it's great because I've got a bunch of games on there, some of which I would not like my kids to play. Not that they're horrible bad games, but that the content's just not quite down to their level. So whether you choose to play different type of games or not, this allows you the ability to choose exactly what you're going to expose your kids to, and that way you can give them access to the PC. They can jump on Steam and play games, and you don't have to worry that they got into your saved game and are playing your game and messing that up. But short of that, content is something that a parent definitely needs to control and not really leave it up to others to. So like the ESRB rates the games and they'll mature, whatever title it is, but every single title, no matter what, if it's got an online aspect to it, it will say online interactions not rated. Basically that means they have no control of what other people say and do during these online interactions. So I'll show you how to eliminate some of that interaction as well, both in messages and friends lists and things like that. So let's quickly jump in here. We're going to go up here to Steam. We'll go to Settings, and right there in our settings we have a Family tab, and we can manage Family View. Now I've already set this up, so some of these, there'll be a couple other steps involved, email authorization, things like that. But it is really straightforward. It walks you right through it. It's gonna, since I've already set up, it's gonna ask me for a pen. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my pen here, which is nice because it's not going to allow a child to change or do anything unless they have a pen even to get in. So even if you left it in normal view, if they got into it, they couldn't make any adjustments to the family view. And I'll show you why this is actually a really nice feature later on after we get through all the setup. So we get some ability here to choose our library content. We can select certain games, or we can do all games, and also all the online content it features. So what's the point of blocking some games if they can just go in the store and look at playthrough and see comments on it, things like that. So we can actually eliminate their access to the Steam store, community generated content, those being like hats for Team Fortress 2, those seem to be really popular. Also screenshots and tagging skins and all sorts of different things that could get pretty out there in terms of their content. Also friends and chat groups. We always used to remember the way back when the internet came out. Don't let anybody know your real persona when you're online. Now it seems like it's almost the opposite thing. Don't let anybody in real life know your online persona. But what I do want to give access to is the your personal online profile, the screenshots and achievements, so that they can at least see what they've done and track their progress in certain games. So we'll continue through here. And now it's going to allow us to choose exactly which games we want to give them access to. Which is nice, is it defaults to no games on the list. So you have to go through and physically choose the games that you want them to see. It's better than hoping that you unchecked all the games you didn't want to. So I've gone through, and I've also noticed that if there was a demo that I played, I know Kerbal Space Program is a demo I've played in here. Where did it go? Oh, I got down too far. I know my alphabet. Kerbal Space. So it's a demo that I had played before. It will actually show up and allow them to download it in Family View. So if there's a game you've demoed, even if it's not installed on your computer, you may want to make sure it's unchecked because they can download it, especially if it's a title that you wouldn't even want them to see if they had before. Oh, actually, I'm going to check Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's nothing wrong with that one. So once we've selected all the games, we're going to continue through. It's going to set up a recovery email because it's inevitable. Parents will forget one of the 5,000 pins that we have, passwords and things like that. I'm going to continue through. It's going to actually ask us to re-enter it. So now that we made all these changes, we have to confirm that we are who we are. And this is also another feature allowing you to recover if you forgot your PIN and set new ones, things like that. So it's telling us right now it's not enabled yet. That green would mean it's enabled, and red means it's not. So at this point, I would have already gotten an email and confirmed that this is, yes, my Steam account. I wanted to enable Family View. And we can enable Family View by going up here, clicking on this little red box, and yes, I'd like to return to Family View. So automatically it flips to Family View. I can go to my library. Now you'll notice up here, Store and Community are not clickable. It does not take them into because we blocked that content. Now my profile is clickable, so I can go into it, see my achievements and things like that. Go back into Family. Now, if you have the computer set up in an area where you're using keyboard and mouse, and there's other things they do on it, they do homework, then you'll probably end up utilizing this view of Steam, so where it lays out just as it is now. There is also, if you using a Steam Link, or you've connected the computer to the big TV, like the living room TV, or the theater, or whatever you wanted it connected to, you can utilize what's called big picture mode. What's nice about big picture mode is that it has the exact same features as in the regular software. I can't click on the store, it asks me for a PIN. I can't go to community, it asks me for a PIN. But I can go to my library, and I can see only the games that have been listed. So, really easy to lay it out, give them only access to what they want. Now, things like, so the Jackbox Party Pack, I love this game. It's got like 5 different games inside of it that are kind of utilized. Your controllers are actually your phones or tablets. I wouldn't necessarily call that content, all the content on there, family appropriate, but it is a bunch of fun to play with older children. There are some innuendos that are put in there, but it's nothing just completely outright inappropriate. But we end up playing with another couple. We do couples game nights, and Jackbox is probably one of our favorite things to go to play. Just have a great time. We played for hours on end just in those, and so I like to keep that in there just in case kids want to go in and play like some Drawful. That one's a lot of fun. You get to draw your own little pictures. But enough about those specific games. I just thought I'd point that out. So one of my favorite features about this Steam Family View is, so we're going to exit out of big picture mode here, and it's going to pop us right back into our normal software. So we've got Family View enabled. So what's from stopping a kid from closing it out? So we're going to go here, we're going to close out Steam completely. We're going to exit out of it. Then we're going to go ahead and jump back into it. So say yeah, I want to get in and play this certain game. So it's going to connect up. It's going to open, and it's going to keep us in Family View. What's even more important is once we get out of Family View, you played the games that you wanted to, you got called away at the last second, had to go pick up Billy from soccer practice. You've left it not in Family View. Now it won't time out and go back into Family View, but if we exit even not in Family View, and go back into it, it will automatically drop us right back into Family View. So the default setting for Steam is now that it goes into Family View. So it won't keep you from leaving the computer unattended and switching itself, but if you do exit Steam like you're supposed to, close it out, or restart the computer, it will automatically kick it into family mode. So again, to get out of it, just type in your PIN, and then you have access to all those store features again. So I hope that gives you a good feeling of how Family View works and how to implement it in order to specifically pick the content you want your kid to be exposed to. So I hope that answers all your questions. If you have any more, please feel free to email me, ben@thegamingdad.com, or hit me up on Twitter @benthegamingdad. So I hope you have a great day and hope to catch you here later on. Bye.